to the Esoteric Empire. We are here for a tarot reading. I wanted to get some, messages out to you before I go and have wash day on my hair. So let's see what's going on for you during this time period. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. Alright, so you got two oracle messages. We have mental conflict and heart chakra. There's a specific timeline that I see happening as far as the mental conflict happening first, but that leads you into opening and balancing your heart chakra, right? So some of you could be going through some sort of dilemma when it comes to your love life, or you could simply just be having a understanding that a lot of you being too mentally focused or too logical is blocking your heart and blocking how you connect and how you love people. All right, so let's see what's going on for this time period. Okay, so there's multiple storylines that I'm getting. The first one is that some of you throughout Aries season were going through some really hard times financially or within your domestic living situations. Others of you, it could have been a male in your life or your husband, your boyfriend, or something like that, and they were struggling. Okay, so this is part of what I'm seeing. But I'm also feeling as though you were taking on someone else's burden. Like it wasn't your burden, but for some reason you were taking on these energies. Yeah. Okay, so, this is what I'm saying. During Aries season, there seems to be some sort of separation, divorce, karmic payback that has happened, and it hit somebody's pocket. And for some reason, you're showing up as the person who feels bad about it, or you wanted to do something differently. Show me what Virgo, how they feel about this. King of Wands in reverse. Yeah, you felt like you couldn't help the situation. So some of you, it could have been yourself that was going through this. Like you were struggling, you fell on hard times, you felt like you were going through a very karmic cycle. But for others, it could be a situation where you wanted to help someone who you saw was struggling, but you could not do that. Like there was nothing you could really do about the situation. Like you couldn't help them even if you wanted to. Like I said, for some of you, this could be yourself, especially if you're a male. I feel like this is something that you were kind of going through. Prince of Swords in reverse. Yeah, there was misinformation. I feel like somebody was they weren't in their right mind or their right something, but I feel like you were seeing somebody who was really going through it, either you or someone else. Okay, so even with all of this happening, I see that right now you have Judgment in reverse. Yeah, this is you. So you're in Judgment in reverse. So I feel like you're not seeing things clearly as to who you are and what you bring to the table. You're not seeing the positive aspects of what you have going on in your life right now. And I feel like you're taking on other people's burdens. You're taking on other people's trauma. And it's okay. Basically, you're an empath is what I'm seeing. Because this mental conflict is affecting your heart chakra, right? And it's like you want to help, but you can't really do anything about it. So it seems like you're an empath. Okay. So definitely I would recommend learning how to cleanse yourself after having encounters with people who are going through it and people that talk to you about their feelings or their situations. I'm not saying you shouldn't be sensitive to what they're going through, but you do need to know how to start to deflate or release those energies that you are feeling, okay? Because that's what's starting to kind of harden you or make things harder for yourself. So you have to start implementing ways to decompress after receiving a lot of energy from other people and their situations that they go through. Even if you're like a therapist or if you're a counselor or something to that effect, like you got to start learning what to do to help yourself, because that's what I'm seeing. It's an issue with taking on burdens. Okay, yeah, even like your lifestyle, what you're eating, how you're feeling, your health, money, plans for the future. As Virgo, you have to make sure you're staying on top of your health for sure. With Virgo, especially when it comes to digestive systems, stomach and things like that, you have to make sure you're staying on top of your health, because you rule that area of the body. It will show up in your health if you're not taking care of yourself or if you're stressed, okay? So just keep that in mind. It's not really a bad message, but it's something you need to hear. Like, you need to be making sure you're spiritually hygienic at this time. You need to make sure you're protecting your energy, and you need to make sure that whatever you help other people with, don't just carry that baggage with you. Make sure you're cleansing yourself with that in whatever way that you choose to do so, okay? So going towards your future with the energy that you currently have, you need to understand that you're walking towards confusion. You're walking towards wanting to give up. You're walking towards lack of clarity or lack of willpower. Tell me about what's going on with this. We need to definitely figure this out. Okay, so you're not taking care of yourself, and you're not resting. You're not taking time to have quiet time. You need more quiet time, and you need to start actually pampering yourself. Take some time to take care of yourself, whether you're a man or a woman. You need to start catering to yourself. What time are you spending to pamper yourself? What time are you taking to take care of yourself? This could be something where you spend money to go out and do things, or it could be something as simple as, like I was mentioning earlier in this video, washing your hair and having your whole wash day, you know, for yourself, and to groom and all that stuff. Like, that needs to start to happen, because I feel like you're losing a bit of yourself, which obviously is unfortunate, but it's an easy fix. You know, just start, you know, doing what you gotta do to work on yourself. Yeah, and then we got 5 of Swords. All right, so a lot of your past issues are starting to come up. You got someone who, I feel like there's someone around you who's actually causing you to have this breakdown. The High Priestess. Okay, so we have some Pisces energy, but for some of you, it could just be your inner demons that you have not really done the shadow work on. So you may want to focus on shadow work as well. So basically, this whole reading, from what I'm seeing, is a bunch of you having to understand that you don't have to take on other people's energies and their burdens. You don't have to internalize them for yourself. Secondly, you need to start focusing on how you view yourself, or how you have other people projecting onto you. That is not how God sees you. God sees you so much more great than you're feeling right now, but you have to start rising up to the occasion. You have to meet yourself halfway in order to pull yourself back up. You understand? Also, you have to stop being so pessimistic. Start changing just how you're talking on a day-to-day basis. When you're talking to yourself, like mentally, you know, like the thoughts that you have, try to change it into more positive things, or start looking at things that are more positive. Maybe you're watching the news or something too much. It's really just a mindset change. You have to change what you're seeing, what you're feeling, what you're hearing, stuff like that. Change the music you're listening to for a little bit and see if that changes your mood. And then also, we have a lot of protection that you have to do as far as shadow work. When I say protection, I mean protecting your future self from your past self. So to me, that's a form of protection work. Doing the shadow work to really get to the bottom of, you know, why things are happening. And then not just to point out what it is, but to say, look, this is what I'm going to start to do to start transforming that energy, because I don't want it to overtake my energy and my aura. Because especially if people are coming to you for help, you know, you can't help people if you can't help yourself. And I can speak from experience with that. So please take the time to pamper yourself and love on yourself, okay? This needs to start to happen now. You are an empath, and so it is going to be kind of rough for you to learn that, especially if you're new to it. But it's doable. There's so many people out there that are like that, myself included. You just got to know how to deal with energy. So being an empath is cool, and everybody wants to say it's like cool or whatever, but it's about you learning how to deal with energy, whether it's yours or someone else that they're putting on you, whether it's negative, positive, whatever. You have to know how to deal with energy. And it's not, you know, always the most fun thing to do, but when you really start to understand it and master it, it's a beautiful thing. It really is. So that's all for now, Virgo. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.